Hello friends, welcome to a new video. So in my previous video I have shown you how to connect to Databricks delta table from ADF. So if the delta table is created in Hive Metastore, then that approach will work. But if the table is created in Unity catalog, then that approach will not work. ADF cannot connect to Unity catalog directly using uh, linked service and dataset. So I have the requirement to read the table which is present in Databricks Unity catalog. So I have found an approach to connect to the delta table which is present inside Unity catalog of Database. So, so for that you have to create a web activity. So inside that you have to give your URL, then API. Let me show you what all you have to provide. Your Databricks workspace URL, API to 2.0 SQL, then statement. This you have to provide inside URL. In my previous video I have already shown you how to get the Databricks workspace URL. You can refer my previous video to see that. I'll provide the link in the description. Then the method will be post, and inside body you have to give these values. Warehouse ID, this will be your warehouse ID value. Then catalog, your catalog name. Schema, your schema name. Statement will be the select statement. Disposition is inline, that means the output will come in line, like it will not be written into any file. uh, so it will be useful when the data volume is low. There is another option to write into a file. If data volume is high, you can choose to write into a file instead of inline, and format is JSON array. So this part you have to fill in the body. Then the authentication will be null here, and headers you have to add two names and values. So these are the headers. So authorization, the value will be bearer space access token. In my previous video I have also shown how to generate the access token. So you have to generate the access token and provide that here, and the content type will be application slash JSON. So those two values we have to give here. Okay, so once you provide all these information, you have to run it. So there is a document which says how to do that, how to generate the access token. So this says how to generate the access token, and then this is the Databricks host, how to get the Databricks host. Then this is the database SQL warehouse ID, how to get the SQL warehouse ID. So how to get the SQL warehouse ID? So you have to click here, log into your Databricks workspace, then go to compute, then available clusters, go to configuration tab, then advanced option, OTBC JDBC tab, click on OTBC JDBC tab, then server name, host, port, HTTP path, everything you can get there. And for warehouse id, you have to go to database workspace, then click on sql warehouse, and then list of available warehouse, click the target warehouse name, whichever warehouse you will be using, you have to click on that. Then go to the connection details tab. There you will find the server host, port, http path, everything. So this server host name will be your base url here, this one. And whatever you find in http path, the last part will be your sql id. Let me show you that. This, then you go to connection details, and inside connection details you will have http path. So in http path, the last part will be your sql id. So if I run this, you'll see what is coming. Take some time to complete. See, it is successful. Let's see the output. See, we got the sql id and the state as pending. So what it did is, it just fired that sql statement and generated the statement id. So then how will we get the output? So for that, we need to create another web app. What I have done is, I have created a variable. Let's create a variable. Variable is status. Okay. Now this web API, until the status, the variable whatever we have created, the status variable, that value is not succeeded, until that it will check. So basically, let's go inside the until. Inside until we have, see, the web activity and the set variable. So inside web activity, what I am doing is, inside web activity, what I am concatenation of to check the status and get the output. Uh, Similarly, we will use another web activity, and there in the URL you have to uh, give this URL plus API 2.0 SQL statements, then statement ID. So whatever statement ID is generated in the previous go to the output. See, this is the statement ID. This statement ID you have to give. So this is the URL actually. URL and statement ID. So it is, I have made it dynamic. So see, it will take the URL and take the statement ID from the previous activity. Here we are checking whether that SQL statement ran successfully or not. So there are three options. One is success, one is failed, and one is pending. So until the status is pending, it will run. So when the status will be successful, we have set the condition for until. See, the status will be succeeded, then it will come out of the loop. So now let's see in the set variable what we are doing. In the set variable, simply we are fetching the web activity status, the state. So if the state is success, then our work is done. We'll be able to see the data. So now let's run it and see. See, it got succeeded. Now we'll see the uh, set variable value. See, the value is succeeded, and let's see the output of our second web API, because the first one, if you see, let's see the first one. See, the state is pending, and the second one, it got succeeded. As we have only 2 3 records, so in the first iterate it got succeeded, but if you have huge data then it might take some time. So for that it will be helpful, the until loop will be helpful. So let's see the data. See the columns, there are 12 columns. These are the column informations, column name, type, position of the column, those informations are there. Then we will have a total count. See, the count is 1, that means there is only one record. And the output result, see, this is the this result. Inside result we have the output data, so this is the actual data, you can see. So this way you can read a delta table which is residing inside Unity catalog of Databricks. So in the description I'll give my previous videos links, where you will find how to get the URL, the notebook URL, and how to generate the access token. So those links I'll provide, as well as the reference documents link also I'll provide in the description. Thank you. We'll see in the next video.